Mic check. Yeah, see, there's the first thing. You gotta make sure you got sound. All right. Uh, been having internet issues, but we're good. All right. So, how was everybody? Anybody tired? Anybody having a strange weekend? Let me open up some of these shades just so I can see outside. I have the heat on because I had the windows open all day. Now all of a sudden I'm warm, which doesn't make any sense. Let's try and crack this one. Let's try and crack one window. Uh, so it's Saturday. It's a quarter to. I'm not gonna run and get coffee. I'm gonna have to make it and do all this stuff. Uh, oh man, my eyes are lit. What happens when you change the camera angle? All right, boys and girls, we are doing this thing anyway. Uh, as always, I'm your man Truest Armor. Uh, like and subscribe on all my channels, and if you're not familiar, let's give you an update of who I am and what I like. I am a self-taught artist, right, and a local, average, everyday person, right? Nothing really special about me. I'm sort of slightly obsessed with politics. I think, excuse me, I think my politics, oh, there you go, let's shrink this down and shrink this down, speaks for itself. Let's shrink this down. Um, oh, I was supposed to open a window. I think my politics rather speaks for themselves because I'm always talking about it. Uh, and I would hope that you, been following me for a while, know the plan. So all the new people, let's slowly and cautiously get into it. What is the show? The show today. um, this is not. Hold on. Huh? Hold on. Cancel. Hold. Wait. Okay. Hold on. What? What? I'm trying to. Am I gonna have to go in and change? Hmm. All right. This is what I want. This is what I want to share. Let's do that. All right. There you go. See, well, that's obviously not what I wanted to do. Let's try this again. Hold it. Hold it. We want to go here. We want to go here. Hmm. I wonder why this is not working. I find that interesting. You know what I think I need to do? I think I need to go into this thing and change my displays. So let's do that. Uh, yeah, here we go. All right. So let's see if this worked. Oh, guys. All right. We're obviously having some computer issues today. Please bear with me while we fix our shizzle. That's not right. This is right. Hold on. That's not right. All right. Hold on. So I'm I'm in my windows changing my displays because right, this should be here. What is going on here? Apply. Oh, ha, ha, ha. Uh, I'm sorry. Now I gotta see if this works. Detect. Now let's see if this works. No. What is going on here? Why is this not working? Hold it. Why is this not working? Huh. Huh. All right. Huh. I wonder what's going on here. I have you watching me do this thing, but we're supposed to be talking politics. Change the camera setting around so obviously things are not like I want them to be. So my secondary screen is not being recognized, and the question is why. First of all, this is the way this should be, right? And then rearrange displays. Oops, sorry. Uh, See, I switched this all around so I could game on this monitor. And choose input. My microphone is even not the right microphone. That's supposed to be that. Huh. This whole thing is really weird today. Detect. All right. I did this a couple of days ago too. Display a resolution, multiple monitors, make main display. Okay, hold on. Which I'm making number one my main display. What just happened? All right, so hold on. Oh my gosh. Oh wait, what just happened? Oh, hold on. Why is this not where it should be? All right, so whatever I did, I have to undo it because detect. Why is my show only one, show only two? Hold on, what did happen here? All right, I see what happened. All right. Hold on. We're almost there. We almost got you. I know what I did. Excuse me. Huh. All right. So, oh my god. Oh my gosh. Let's try this again. That is amazing. Why is this case? Why is this the case? Why? Hold on. Hold on. Why am I now not getting both my monitors? Share entire screen. I want this. I want to share this. Why can't I share that? Right? Hold on. Okay, we're in business. Whew. That was a pain in the butt. That was a bit of a pain in the butt. All right. So, see what just happened. Uh, I don't even know what's going on with this stream. Cancel. Okay. I'm gonna have to figure out my. I should do it on stream. That is the point. Why am I not getting both my present on stream, screen sharing, image sharing? I'm not trying to share an image. Huh. Display settings. Hold on. This is my one. I see what's going on here. My one monitor identify. How do I reassign it? Huh. Excuse me. Choose display. All right. I don't want this to be one. I want this to be two. Identify. All right. Oh boy. We're doing this on stream. I guess we're doing this on stream. Let's close this. And let's dismiss this. Because if I can, this was gonna have to be done anyway. Projecting this piece. This was all gonna have to be done anyway. Apply. That's not right either. Identity. Detect. Detect. Oh man, why can't I? How do I flip these? All right, we're gonna pop this open. Windows, scales, Oh, that's not good. Yeah, all right. You know what? All right. So multiple monitors. Come here. How am I supposed to adjust which one of these is which one of these? Oh boy. Well, thanks for watching me do this, guys. I appreciate you. This is two. My two should be one. Here you go. Display adapter two. I want my display adapter 2 to be display adapter 1. So before I change anything, I'm just trying to like list all modes. All right. Oh, why do I have all these things open? All right, let's close all of these. Let's shrink this down. Let's get back to here. System devices, personnel, video. All right. All right, here you go. Setting up multiple monitors. But I've done all this. What I need to do is switch my monitor screen so I can pull information up. And this is where like I can identify but they're wrong. Right? And this right here should be my one. Let's move this over so I'm always in frame. How about that? Uh, well, we'll move it over a little more so you don't see the doorway. Close enough. Okay, multiple displays. Duplicate these displays. How do I revert, invert? How did I do this? Oh, did I undo it? Cancel. Hey, good to see you in the chat, William. So I am, and thank you for your kind donation. I've switched the view around, but now I'm trying to fix my layout because what I've done here is this is not right. Detect, no, we want to identify them. This is right. Okay, so this should be the my second screen is my large screen. I'm trying to get multiple displays. This is not extend monitor, duplicate. Yeah, no, revert. We don't want to duplicate everything. All right, huh? I have to shrink one monitor. What the hell just happened? I have to shrink this monitor down. Apply. Here's my problem. Identify. No, this is better this way. All right, so I have an issue here. I have oh boy, what did I do? Did I close you? I hope I didn't close you. Where are you? There you are. You're over here. Oh, for God's sakes. Um, no. All right. Good Lord, what is going on? All right. I am messing up this whole this whole thing. Um, First off, this is supposed to be my main screen. Make this my main screen, right? Yeah, okay. This is my main screen. Some apps won't respond to scaling until you close and reopen them. Fine. Now, the display is. Oh my God. How do I change these screens? One is giant and one is not. Detect. Identify. Right. Okay. Display sound notifications. What am I in here? Change screen brightness, setting up multiple monitors. All this is done. Color, scale, and layout. Display orientation, right. I don't see display one or display two, and that's the problem. Advanced display, say display one is, no, this is display two. Display one, I need to relabel this, and it's not letting me. Cancel. We need to close just the one. All right. Get help, get feedback. Display, and I want to name the. I want to read. Why can't I rename the damn? This is taking up the pod. Display resolution, display orientation, multiple displays, extend displays, show only one or two, advanced display settings, adapter monitor, color management, list modes, list modes. All right, that's not what I want. Monitor properties, driver. What I need to be able to do management. All right. All right, hold on. Let's close this. This is gonna come back. Uh, I was doing this before. Why now all of a sudden we can't do it this way? Uh, let's see if we can. Yeah, no, right? It's it's. Oh my God! It's not cooperating. It's not cooperating. Let's put that there. This is my main screen. Why is this not letting me shoot another? Excuse me. This app, I'm telling you, man. Whew, boy. I don't want to share system audio. I don't want to share this page. I want to come. Oh boy. Well, apparently we are having some issues with the stream today. Let's start presenting and dismiss this. There's this whole thing. Um, I guess we're not going to be able to bring anything up until I fix this, which I guess it's a quick Google to, but then it's not going to be a quick Google. It's going to be like 15 minutes. Let's just calm down and run through like some news. Let's put this up. Good Lord, why is it so far back? Put up some news information. A couple of things. No, not a couple of things. Well, Ukraine, let's talk about the Ukraine. The Ukraine has a race issue and we're arming them. Uh, Nobody wants to see Russia grow in power, right? But here's your problem. If you arm the Ukrainians and now the Swiss and the Norwegians, excuse me, let's do this. Ugh. Good Lord, what is up with this stream today? Why does nothing, oh man, why does nothing work? Oh, sorry about that. Oh, good Lord. I saw that. Um, Hit by a car. I mean, I don't even understand how that. Well, I understand how being hit by a car could happen, but aren't you? Maybe he was. I don't know. He was a young guy too, right? I mean, they just got rid of. Not got rid of. They just retired Roethlisberger. So is no bueno, baby. Neo-Nazi Weird Al gets 10 years for far right parody raps. Okay, we have to read that. I mean, what did he say in these raps? We have to know. Uh, yeah, we have to know. We're getting closer and closer to game time. Look at my hands. My hands are a mess. This whole thing is just. We need to drink more water. We need to run. We need to sweat. Open our pores. Right. Get some fresh air in our lungs, and we don't look. We won't look so sallow. Right. So fallow. Here's the thing. I was thinking about this today. Uh, Background. A couple of years ago, after the last Avengers movie, I was like, "Good. I'm glad this is over. 20 freaking movies. I think I'm done. I should cut that light out, or at least get it out of my eyesight. I think I'm done." Um, so then here comes the pandemic, right? I'm like, well, I'll teach myself a little, rhythm and blues guitar, maybe a little jazz guitar, maybe a little something, right? Because I'm going crazy. That was a year and a half into the pandemic. Pandemic started in with this is our second year, right? And I've only been doing this for so the pandemic started in 2019, right? By 2020 January, um, it's all around the world. By 2020 February, they shut the place down. By 2021 February, I'm losing my shit. By 2021 and a half February, I start doing the guitar, right? So I'm a year and a half out. Most people, because I saw this, people wanting to play guitar, people singing, people mocking up museum sculptures like at their home, right? Run on toilet paper, all this shit. I was like, well, I guess, I'm a guy who likes to take care of people. It's only me, nobody to take care of, no dog, right? No lady to fuss about or so. Um, so fine. I was like, fine. I'm good at being alone. Pandemic, right? Somehow I become super isolated. Somehow, like I don't, right? I have family here. Don't get me wrong. But my family has family. You know what I'm saying? Uh, my nuclear family have all grown up and have families of their own, right? So I am now part of an extended family. I went from a nuclear family to an extended family, and it kind of makes sense, right? Your family should explode, right? It should be you and boom kids and boom life and boom energy and boom all this great stuff, right? And as you get older, then you have kids, and the people you grew up in the house get a little. I mean, you still love them, but they get a little further away from you, right? Because there are other people now who've moved into that space of close and immediate love, right? And that's new babies, right? So all this new energy, a new spouse, new babies, right? And you not I don't want to use the phrase push back, but you take sort of a back seat, which makes sense. It's the ebb and flow of life, baby, baby. So um, while all this is going on, I'm like, I'm fine, but I'm sort of not happy, and I'm losing my mind, and I did a couple of things that are not me. They one I almost instantly regret it. Um, Not me. Uh, and it dealt with me. It wasn't another person involved. It's some goofy thing that is childish and ridiculous. There was no harm to anybody. Nothing was criminal, right? Like I said, there was not another person involved. Um, it was a hurtful, emotional thing that I did uh, to myself about a thing. Um, that sounds really weird. I'm trying to, uh, right? But and it's essentially something that like if you said, "Oh, you have to be a gambler, so I'm never going to gamble again," and then you go back to gambling, you hurt right like that. Uh, but it's just kind of like it was an emotional thing. So if you see somebody go, "Oh man, look at him woefully crying in the street and loses his shit over a woman," he needs to get together. I'm never going to be that guy. And then like 5 years later, after the pandemic, you find yourself doing something like that, which is totally out of character for you. And that's essentially what I'm saying. I did something totally out of character for me for emotional reasons that I was apparently hurt and wounded by still, and when I thought I was over something, all because of the good news of somebody else, right? So I don't normally fuck with they have good news, go fuck them, right? So I was like, what? So I was like, no, I got to get the politics. I was getting angry and angry about the politics, right? And just kind of like, fuck these people, fuck the Democrats, fuck. And I was like, ah. And then I was like, there's something, yeah, I need to calm down. So I'm not gonna talk politics. I'm gonna, I need a new hobby. I want to be a streamer. Let's start streaming. Um, let's start streaming. What do I have to say? I don't want to talk politics. I always admired guitar people. Let's play the guitar. Uh, that was last year, uh, June. So a year and a half into the pandemic. Other people started weeks into months into the pandemic, right? I'm just amazed at how good some people have gotten in 2 years. It's only been a year for me. I learned a lot. I still don't know a song, but I know what like a 1 4 5 is, and how you take a 1 3 5 to make it a flat. You have to flatten the third, and augment it fifth, and all these other really interesting kind of things about music. There you go. Huh? It's just all this weird stuff. I don't know how to put any of this shit together. And the way I'm learning it is, if someone told you to make a recipe, right, and they gave you a what recipe? Um, if someone gave you a recipe and it was four meals, pancakes, eggs, sausages, right? Um, and they tell you how to make it. You don't want to make the eggs first because they cook fast and then they'll get cold, right? So you want to make sausage and da da da. But you don't want, if you're frozen, you want them crisp. So you got to boil them first and then drain them, then like crisp them up on, right? So all these things. But so you want to do that first, and then those can sit. Then you want to hit the eggs, and you want to boil the water and cook the gravy and the cheese and eggs gravy. And you like after it's done, then you put the gravy in. You keep it on the slow stir and simmer. Don't just let it cool on fire, like right? All these kind of like stupid, silly, goofy things. I feel like someone told me, I was always like, man, I always wanted to learn that recipe. And I just scramble the eggs, like put them in the pot, stir it, and then put it over here. Then I throw out the eggs on the hot running water versus like, right. But then I came back to stir the eggs again. Meanwhile, the eggs never run. Right. So I'm doing all this stuff out of focus. People watching this will go, why doesn't he do it this way? Why that's just going to be, oh, now your eggs going to be cold, right? So I feel like I will eventually get there. I'll know how to cook everything they know how to cook. Uh, and once I meet other cooks, I'll probably adjust some things. But I think I'm coming at this in such a weird way, but it's still enjoyable to me, right? Um, Music, trying to learn it, right? Learn it at my own, in my own way, at my own pace. It's still super interesting. Still don't play anything. Been a year now. Why did I start telling you this? Because I was being weird, right? So I picked up, trying to pick up the guitar, uh, trying to figure it all out. Because I did something sort of totally out of character this year. Anyway, let's talk about the neo Nazis. I'm all over the place, man. It's my head is in a crunch. This whole thing is just really, look, man. I'm a bachelor, right? There are several types of bachelors, right? There are bachelors who run around dating all the young women. Those really aren't bachelors. They're more playboys, right? They're not really living a bachelor life. Bachelors are singular social animals. They may know other bachelors, but they're essentially singular. I'm not dating. I'm not interested in dating. I'm not really looking to date anybody. I've played the game. I've lost, right? Other people are still dating and dating. I'm like at 60 and 70 and what? Maybe you're bad at it. Maybe you should stop. Right? That's the way I view it. But other people view it. Oh, there's always hope and love. There's always tomorrow, and I view that too. And love is a beautiful thing, and I agree with all that. But you will have to suss this shit out for yourself. And in this environment of people losing their shit and going crazy, it is still the pandemic, man. Um, I was like, I was remember one. Now we're back on track. We did the whole loop. I was essentially telling you this because I was feeling like a hermit. Um, I was feeling like a hermit. I don't. I was an accidental hermit. I don't date anybody because I'm a bachelor, right? I'm sort of semi interested, but not really interested enough, and I should be more interested. People have feelings. Why do you just have, you know? So I'm sort of a hermit, and I could stand to be alone. And I had friends I could see occasionally, and that was fine. So then um, a few weeks ago, ooh, I mentioned on stream. Wow, that was the first time I went out to some place and had a meal. I haven't done that in a while, um, and it was like 2 years. This wedding was the first time I saw my mom and dad in about 2.5 years. Probably like three because I saw them 2019 summer, and then they got super paranoid with all the old people getting sick, and they were like, nobody come through, right? So I saw them. So it's been about 3 years since I seen my parents. I still blame the Asians. When I say the Asians, I mean the Chinese, the communist Chinese. Uh, when you say I blame the Asians, it's not funny. But I say it because Dave Chappelle said it in a stand up funny. Like, he calls the group the, right? The gays, the blacks, right? The Asians, right? It's funny when he says that, the whites. Right? But I guess it's context. So me just saying that, like, recalling it in my head, that's funny, just looks like I'm saying the Asians. Like, um, he was hit by a dump truck. We're gonna have to read about that today. Where's my log for this thing? Um, I haven't even. I bought the log. Haven't even started the log. So anyway, let's wrap up my crisis, my mental crisis. So I was becoming a hermit. I haven't seen my mom in 3 years. My mom and dad in 3 years. I haven't gone any place. I uh went to my niece's birthday barbecue, which was at a place, and then like a year later, I went to um this eatery that wasn't a family event. Like, I won't wear a mask around family. I'm that weird. Like, I'll take a chance with my family. But then I went to this other event, and it was just me and my nephew eating. I was like, this is the first time I've been out at a restaurant without a reason, like an event. Just walking into a restaurant and eating in there. And I was like, I didn't really even notice it's been this long since I've done something like that. Longest in recluse, quietly becoming a recluse, quietly becoming a hoarder, quietly, and these things don't happen immediately to you. It's a slow ebb, right? Something may happen drastically, and everyone notice it. She stopped calling everybody. Um, we're worried about a kind of thing, but versus slow weird things, slow odd things that you mention. Everybody goes, "That's weird." And you go, "That's fine." You know, I keep all my poop in jars, and your friends go, "What?" You go, "What?" Oh, y'all are just judging me. They go, and that's not the other thing. The way she said like a month ago that the the butterflies smelled like asparagus. Who smells butterflies, right? So all these tiny little, well, we need to have an intervention. And that last thing about the jar was like the straw. It's a small, slow kind of, mm. And the only time you really notice it, wow, is when you haven't seen somebody in a few years, right? So if you know me well and you haven't seen me in like 4 years or whatever, um, and all of a sudden I've got a head full of dreads and you go, wow, you change a lot, right? But if you see me every day, you go, oh, he's got a little tattoo or something. Oh, you got another one, right? Oh, he's growing his hair long. You'll notice these things incrementally. I feel like I've become like this hermit, and I've set a goal to do something so I don't become a hermit. So I know, and you know what it is? Going to see Spider Man, which started this whole thing that I was tired of the X-Men thing after 20 years of these movies. I was like, fine, good, I'm out. I mean, they're not biblical stories. I don't have to know everybody's history and lore, right? At this point, it becomes work, and I don't want to partake in the work. It's no longer a thing that I loved as a kid. Uh, and then I saw clips from the Spider-Man movie with the three Spider-Men. I thought it was zonky and crazy and goofy, and it took me back to like some of the remembrances of me enjoying comic books. And I've decided not to let people run me off of comic books. So I think I'm going to start not really a comic book podcast, but like shit that I like, sci-fi, right? Podcast about all that lore. Uh, it's going to be a little better than this. Just me sitting here off the top of my head talking to you. It's going to have to be scripted. But part of that is not being a hermit, and part of the not being a hermit is my first thing in 3 years is get ready for a drummer. Where my drums, my drumsticks are. Sweet Jesus, they're way over there. All right. I'm gonna go to the movies. That's the woo. Stop it. Yeah, that's the to combat. Am I becoming a hermit weirdness? And since we can't fix the two screen thing on the stream, we'll try and have it fixed tomorrow. But when I start gaming, this will be highest the gaming screenage. But yeah, I refuse to be a hermit. And maybe I am, but look. I like my solitude, but you can't like shit so much that it breaks you, right? I like sexy time with ladies, but if you're obsessed and you have to go to a shrink because you're sneaking around and getting fired from work and messing with ladies at work and cheating on your wife and getting the Z. You need to see somebody, getting the Z's and all this, right? You just need to fucking see somebody and get your shit under control. And something tells me there was stages to how bad it was before you got to how bad it was. You feel me? So we're not going to be a hermit. We are going to talk fun stuff that we used to love, and we are not gonna go to the movies. We are not. Here's the thing. I don't want to be in a giant room full of. Oh, and here's another thing. I got a call from my. It's not really my pharmacist. I got the shot, and then they called me like last week. They were like, "Hey, you didn't get a booster. You should come and get a booster." So and so amount of people with a booster. Yada 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 yada. Now I was like, huh? They called me because I wasn't showing up. So now and meanwhile, I look at TV and everybody's on their fourth booster, and I'm like, weird, little bit, little bit, little bit. Um, there's hoarding and then there's AE hoarding. Yeah, I mean we all have something, right? Like right now, I have three empty plastic containers in the kitchen of Maxwell House coffee. How long does it take to empty a Maxwell House coffee thing? And I was like, here's my thing. I'm a pie in the sky guy. Uh and there's nothing wrong with that. I used to feel bad about it, but there's nothing wrong with that because all great ideas start with like a stupid pie in the sky dream, right? Uh r- Elementary dreams are I want to start a business. God bless you. That's front of the mill. You should start one. But to think of I can sell something on the internet and no one's ever done that, right? To think of that kind of is you know, that's amazing to me. So yeah, pie in the sky kind of stuff is where I'm at still. I'm still a dreamer dreaming. Um, at my age, people give up. Why give up? Yeah, hoarding, man. You gotta keep an eye on yourself. I've always liked to try new shit, and the people I meet who are the coolest people don't try new shit. Somebody may introduce them to new shit, but it has to be fully vetted. You know what I mean? So I used to walk around Brooklyn in a sarong on 99-degree days, hot as balls. I'm out there in a sarong with my dog because I'll try something new, and I don't care if you call it a this or a that. Uh, right? But some people are like, I'm not wearing a sarong with my Tims. Fuck you. And then they'll look over and they'll see, oh, this rapper's on the cover of this with a giant gold chain in front of a Ferrari wearing a sarong. And then next year, you'll find a million people running around in sarongs. I remember I used to wear collared shirts in blue jeans, not a jacket. That's a little too much, but like a nice patterned shirt, blue jeans. And then all of a sudden, it became a thing to wear a collared shirt, but with cufflinks. You had to have cufflinks, and I was like, "What is going on here?" And apparently, some rapper wore it around, and everybody was like, "You wear the top of the suit, not the bottom." Right? So it was like when Russell Simmons used to go to the Met, he used to wear tux and his Yankee cap and Adidas. Oh, look, because you can't get in there in blue jeans. They'll go, yeah, 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 you can't. But his workaround was wearing the hat and the sneakers. They were like, wow, sneakers, and then it became blue jeans and sneakers in it too. And now if you cut the TV on, a lot of the anchors don't wear ties anymore. The younger anchors wear, quite frankly, sneakers and like a matching suit. Uh, okay, we'll figure that thing out tomorrow. Let's read this neo-Nazi thing. Uh, Here's the thing about being comfortable while you do this. Late nights, I have fallen asleep on stream. Not awesome, but it happens. And that's another reason why I like it because it's not broadcast TV where somebody comes in and edits you. You will sit your ass here like this for 3 hours and no one will cut it off. Right? It's your stream room. You're supposed to have a stream room by yourself to do this. You don't want your wife walking through in her unmentionables or the kid running through or the dog coming in. You want the door locked, and everybody should respect the rules, right? If you're in here with the door closed, it means you're streaming. Put a light on, like or something. Tell your lady, whatever. Tell your man, whatever. Right? You're doing it seriously, and if they need something, have a way they can interrupt you. Usually a text message or oh wait, my wife needs me. I'll be back in 5 minutes. Or my kids need me. I'll be back in 3 minutes. And where was I? Oh, we were talking about knitting, and then get back to it. Uh, but yeah, try not to be a hermit. Trying to do the bold thing like go to the movies and see Spider Man, and then talk about the happiness of fantasy in your life. It started with fairy tales, right? And now the new fairy tales of the modern era are superhero movies, which superhero movies and church made me a moral being. And nobody's saying I'm like I should be the next pope or anything. But yeah, reading about the good guy puts the bad. Don't be a bad guy. You want to be the good guy. You want to help people. You don't want to be the. And then all of a sudden, everybody just watches violent shit from the '80s on, and you wonder why all these adults who are 30, who were raised on absolute violence and bullshit, are so fucking evil. And I wonder why. All right, let's do it. Neo Nazis. Weird Al gets 10 years for far right parody. A man who created a neo-Nazi cover of popular rap songs was just sentenced to a decade behind bars for his music and extreme right activism. How? This story is 2 days old. It's April 7th by Mark Lemoreau, Lemoure, Mark Mac Lemo, right? Mack, Mac, not Mark. Mac Lemo, Lamoureux. Lemel, Lemel, Mac Lemel, right? Or let's pronounce it like Americans. Mac Lemarex. April 7th, 2020, 12:28 p.m. So my first, before we even get to read this, I'm wondering, how do you go to jail in America for songs unless you confess in your song? I don't give a fuck because I ran right there and I shot Bob Jones, who lives at 104-77 America Boulevard, in the face with my Tech 9. And I got away with it. And I got away with it. Knock, knock, knock. Who is it? Federal marshals warrant for your arrest, idiot. And there are people, the rapper, there's a couple of, what's that rapper? What's his name? His brother's name was Murder One, and he's doing a life in prison for, you'll never guess. I dare you in the chat, you'll never guess. I'm just kind of like, are you people even trying to get away with these crimes? I mean, people rapping about it. So unless you're rapping about it, a neo-Nazi rapper who remade songs into white power novelty tunes has been sentenced to 10 years in prison. Australia, or not Austrian media is reporting that, oh, okay, Austria, it's not an American situation, which, you know, uh I'm not like, here's the thing, Americans, when you leave the place, you leave as an American with all those rights guaranteed to, yada yada yada, blah 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 blah. But when you land in other places, you are subject to their rules and their laws. God's sakes. Do the Hitler salute. I think I'm having internet issues. Yeah. My internet is being wonky, and I'm really gonna have to freaking talk to these freaking people about it because it's making me crazy. And it's so intermittent. Let's do a. Mm. So yeah, you did. I mean, good lord. Yeah, it says nothing's wrong, but we're gonna keep this open up here. I have to figure out how to put this screen up on screen. Uh, So yeah, if I went to Germany and did a Hitler salute, that's illegal there. It'll get you 5 years. It's not illegal here. I don't think it's illegal in England or France, right? But every play, I mean, they've suffered this, right? They all have a different law about this behavior. And here, where nobody, this Berlin. Let's be clear, people. Berlin was fucking destroyed, right? So yeah, they should take that a bit more seriously, especially in the place where this all kicked off of. They don't want a repeat of it. Here in America, we're still dealing with slavery issues because stupidity and fuckboyism is a thing. Look at me. I learned something from the millennials. Fuckboy. When I heard that, I was like, what? I was like, well, I guess it makes sense because it's a slur for boys, I guess. And there's a long time in coming for that, right? Primarily women at men, which I think is good. There's a ton of men pejoratives about women, right? But I was like, fuck boy, huh? Someone who's full of shit and not serious. Ah. Oh, the name? Lamla. Mac Lamou. Lamoureu, Row, right? Reux is Row. Lamour is Lamour. Lamour. Lamoureux. Rex Row, right? All right. Anyway, but you know, it can be like the what's the woman who plays Supergirl in the TV series? Her last name is Bennett. Benet. It's Benet. So you can pronounce that. The Americans pronounce it Bennett, like Tony Bennett. And but other people not call it Benet. All right. So depending on how you pronounce it is you know where people are from. No doubt that people had relatives who kind of like just pronounced it differently and kept the spelling. Australian media is reporting that Philip H. Better, known by his name is Better, known by his alias Mr. Bond, received a sentence for promoting neo-Nazi inciting violence. Oh, he was inciting people to violence. Bond's full name was not released by Australian authorities. Vice World News reached out to Vienna's General Prosecutor's Office for confirmation, but did not hear back. A significant portrait of 37-year-old's charging document is also released by his supporters. It focused on his lyrics. All right, so this is not for us because we don't do lyric censorship. I was interested in it because it's a Vice News thing, which is sort of an American sort of outlet. Um, yeah, people do all sorts of stuff. Battle may be tougher for Ukraine. Battles may be tougher for Ukraine. We're having issues with the stream, aren't we? We're having issues with the stream. A couple of days ago, we were having a stream and it cut me off, and I tried to get back in for 5 minutes, but then not 5 minutes, more like yeah, I'd say about 5 minutes. Uh, but it cut me off the time I was ending the show, and I was just kind of, and then it took me out for like 7 minutes. And I was like, well, I'll apologize for it tomorrow, but I didn't get to. Uh, Issues with the stream, right? I don't know. I mean, we've got 17 minutes before we end it. This stream has sort of been a hot mess, but should we write it out? Should we play Russian roulette with the internet gods? Uh Sweet Jesus. All right, so we're not gonna finish reading that, but we did say uh that once the Russians redoubled their efforts over there, it was gonna be a problem. I hate to quote Trump again, but Trump did say that Germany shouldn't be so close to Russia because it's a problem. And now Germany has to rethink its whole energy plan because it got look, if you and your spouse, you and your boyfriend, you and your girlfriend have a okay on this summer vacation, don't ask, don't tell. What you do is your business, and, and I'm gonna go over here, and we understand what we're talking about. We won't be mad, we won't right? And then you come back from the end of the thing, and your person who your summer fling that you were gonna like allow each other to have, one person had done moved in with the other, right? You'd be like, if this whole don't get attached, goofy, fun summer rule had become a deep investment for somebody. Um, that's sort of what that's about. It doesn't make any sense. Wide open terrain, baby. All right. What else you got? Police arrest man after he allegedly buried his mother and sister in the backyard and continued to catch Social Security checks. Georgia gun range owner and his family are killed in a robbery. Here's your problem. I've said this to people with guns before. You only got two arms. People do all this swag talk about guns, and my go-to line is, if there's an apocalypse and I need a gun, I'll just take it off one of these guys, because a lot of these guys cannot retain their weapon if you needed them to. Uh, and you got to be the full package with your weapon. If I run, you got to be able to at least you maybe not catch me, but track me, trail me, trace me, and sometimes that can be done in eyesight. So if we have 10 miles wide open range and I can run, okay, let's not be quite arrogant as I was going to be. I can't run 10 miles. Let's lower that. Let's say 3 to 5 miles. Let's say you're trying to catch me, and there's 5 miles to the border. I hope you can at least, if you can't catch me running, at least trail me and keep an eye on me, right? And that means you have to be within eyesight. Can you run and keep up with middle-aged me, right? All these things matter. If you catch me, can I take your weapon from you? Are you so bad that you let me get close enough to bonk you over the head and take it from you? Or, um, God forbid we were face to face and we tussle out with fists. Can if I knock you out, your gun is useless, right? I don't care if you have a M so and so whatever with 1,000 rounds, and I've got a 6 shot revolver. If I'm a better shot than you may never get a shot off. And this is what we get with these gun guys, right? And I was wondering why this was in the paper. And I was like, it's a robbery. Why? And I was like, oh, he owned a gun store. And it's 3 people, right? It's him, I want to say his wife, and his grandson, who was 19, who was home from college visiting, working out the family business, which is just fuckery, right? A lot of these gun guys walk around in the shop with a gun on them. Makes sense. You're showing guns to people. Remember that scene in Terminator where he goes, I'd like to see that gun, and I'd like to see that gun, and I'd like to see that gun, and oh, maybe some ammunition for this, and some ammunition for that. And the guy's like, wow, yeah, yo, you really like this gun because that gun is so and so. Oh, you can't load it here. This gun, oh, and it goes through right. Oh, you can't load it here. And then he just loads the gun, blows the guy away, takes it. Right? As a young man, I used to work in Herman Sporting Goods. Someone asked me, William asked me, what did I do before? And I was like, uh, it'll all come out. I just don't want to. Let's close this. Let's close this one. All right, hold on. So yeah, I used to work at Herman's, and back then you could, I could get like going to the in Long Island. You could sell guns and ammo, and then they changed where the ammo had to be kept behind the counter, and then it had to be kept behind the counter behind a like a metal. Like they did the same thing with spray paint when people were stealing spray paint. But yeah, but I was wondering why he didn't have a gun on him. But it's dark. I mean, you can control people with other people. If you don't do X, I will hurt this child. If you don't do X, I'll hurt this woman, right? And a lot of people acquiesce, but you better remember you're dealing with a bad guy. His word is garbage, right? I can control you. I can control them. I can control you by threatening them, and I can control them by threatening you, right? And no one's tied up. But by the time I'm done with that scenario, everybody's tied up. Never trust a bad guy. Um, William writes, here we go. uh, Another story. All right, so yeah, let's give this perusals because I think it's likely this guy didn't have a gun on him, and it's in the newspaper because he was a gun owner, and everybody's they got gonna take our guns and our cold dead what is it? Our cold dead fingers? Our cold dead hands. Come and take it, or all this kind of stuff. Georgia gun range owner and his family killed in robbery, police say. Some 40 weapons and a video camera were stolen from the lock and stock barrel shooting. Okay, look, listen, guys, I'm going to give you free ex-cop advice here. If you have a freaking store, your camera should not be on videotape, you knuckleheads. It should go to a website. Once it's uploaded, it can never be unerased. It can never be not. It can never look. If they're going to keep the porn tape forever in the multi-sphere of verse or whatever, they're going to keep this. If the cops come and go, oh my God, they wiped out this family. Where's the tape? And there's a fucking VCR. And it's 2020 fucking 2. Come on, man. Right? The first thing they should do is walk up and be like, okay, it's going to this site. What's that place? With all the doorbell cameras. I'm sure there's a security service like that. And it'll probably hold the image for 45 days and wash it out that is not needed for. right? I went on vacation 90 days or whatever. I went on vacation for 2 months, came back, don't know when this happened. My car was broken into, my house is gone. Oh, well, we'll check the camera thing, and we got a blip here. We looked at the camera, thought it was a stray dog. We got a blip here, it was the weather from a thunderstorm. We got a blip here, it was unexplainable. Maybe this was the time that so and such happened, right? They back it down. And also, all these cameras are, it looks like somebody put a wad of Vaseline over the screen of these lenses. You have to have your cameras placed. I should get into the security business. You have to have your cameras placed in clear, not clear, in in clear vantage points to the objects that they're looking at, right? And some of these have to be hidden. So you want people to look around and see some. Oh, that's a deterrent. I'm not robbing this house. But those who go, I only see a fucking few. I'm gonna do this anyway. Excuse my criminal black guy sound effect. But when I do that, right, um, I do a black guy is fucking fucked up, but it is. I should do a white guy or a woman or an Asian guy. Where I can only. So yeah, I know because I don't want it to look like he's saying black people. Anyway, eh, anywho, uh, yeah, you gotta put some to deter people, and then you gotta put others up there because it won't deter all, and you gotta make sure those are in good uh spots to catch the bad guy unawares. I'd put some in the kitchen because people always end up looking in your kitchen. If they're wearing the mask, they got to pop it open to drink what's in the fruit, right? Oh, there's a beer in here. Oh, there's some fire. Yeah, and then up, you got, yeah, there are cold weather fucking cameras. Cameras this big, you can hide them anywhere. And they're in that place not to sit there forever, right? Looking for stuff. They're looking to get in and get out. I don't know. People are ridiculous about. I mean, this camera could have could have been helpful. Could have been helpful. I mean, took the freaking videotape. I don't even know what to say to you. The Grand Police Department said via Facebook that the robbery occurred Friday evening. When officers arrived at the scene 8 p.m., they discovered the owner of the lock, stock, and barrel shooting. Uh, sh- they discovered the owner of Lock, Stock, and Barrel Shooting. That's the name of it, Lock, Stock, and Barrel Shooting. Not shooting club or shooting game, just shooting. Had been killed along with his wife and grandson. Some 40 weapons and a video camera were taken. The Georgia Bureau of Investigation is investigating. The Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms and Explosives was also called in due to the amount of weapons taken. The shooting range is in rural Coweta County, about 50 miles southwest of Atlanta. Police are looking for witnesses and have not announced any arrests. Here's the thing. I think it was one guy. I think it was one guy. One, you kill three people with another person, someone's going to talk. That's always a liability. But 40 guns does not sound like a lot. So 40 guns does not sound like a lot. If you killed these people in this rural place and you had a little time, enough time to get the video camera, you had enough time to load up the car with like 500 guns. 40 guns is not a lot of guns. 200 guns is a good haul for 40 guns is not a lot of guns. So my instant paranoia is leading me to a few places. One, let's put this over here. Let's grab this and ponder. Let's lean back, boys and girls. Let's ponder. We got 5 minutes on this one. Why would someone kill three family members and take just 40 guns, but be smart enough to take the security camera? Fingerprints? You'll need to if you've got the owner walking around at gunpoint. Could have been an inside job, and the kid got surprised. So I don't think it's the family, right? People kill family members for money. Yeah. But why wait till somebody come home to kill a 19-year-old, right? I don't think it was family. There's something really maybe the criminal was just fucking stupid. Something does not sit right with me about this one. Why would you kill three people and only take 40 guns? And they don't tell you how much cash was taken. How much money was there a safe? I'm assuming there's a safe on hand. It's a gun shop. Was it safe? What guns were taken? Maybe all the guns that were taken were super expensive. But it's with rural Georgia. How expensive could they fucking be? This one sounds. Maybe the owner had beef with. This sounds targeted. This sounds targeted to me. Uh, but why though? I mean, inheritance, you get the business, but this is the kind of dumb shit a 20-year-old broke would do, and then kill his cousin or and not realize that he's home. You know what I mean? Like the Menendez boys killed their parents for money, so it's not like people wouldn't do it. So, I, I, likely inside, right? But who? Excuse me. But who? We don't know much about the family other than the husband and wife and a grandson. We don't know how many kids they had, if anybody would do something like that, or if it was. Look, whoever did this wasn't random, is what I'm saying. This does not feel random at all. Uh, and when I say that, I mean, you target a shop to rob it, obviously. But let's close this window. You target a place to rob, obviously. So you do a little homework. But when I say this feels targeted, this feels sort of personal, right? And the way that people at the scene know how personal it is if he shot you and shot you in the back of the head up close, like or shot you a bunch or stabbed you a bunch. Or this is passion involved in all this, right? This that's a way of showing that someone knew. Okay, we got a minute, 15 minutes. Someone knew you and were mad at you, and they did this thing to you. This whole thing seems weird. Who gets taken surprise who owns a gun shop? Remember, those guys sell guns by generally telling you how paranoid you should be about the world around you. Why should they not be as paranoid? I'm wearing a lot of blue, right? Yeah. Um, we're lighting up the color scheme, but I think this is going to be the angle from here on out, boys and girls. Give you some good looks and dulcet tones and looking directly at you, which is a switch from the year we've been doing this. It's going to be a year in June. So what is that? 10 months? We've been doing this for 10 months, about every day for 10 months. I think I must have 315 videos up, which means we probably miss if 12 is 300. If June 12th is 365 days, and I have and I have about 310 or so, if maybe 305 videos, live videos on my YouTube account. Those 300 plus videos are these interactions with you guys this past year. And I get a new follower one every 10 months. I think I got one a couple of days ago. but I also lost one a couple days ago. So it's very no, well, like 2 weeks ago I lost one. So it went from 24 to 25, and then it went down to 24 again. Now it's up to 25. Uh, Progress, right? Uh, you you get one, you lose one. What's that song? You may win some, but you just lost one by Lauryn Hill. I love that song. Uh, you might now I've got to find it. Anyway, we seem to have survived the drama. Let's cut this on into run a little long. We seem to have survived the drama of the internet issue. My carrier sucks. I don't even know what the drama is to tell you. Uh, it was rainy yesterday. Nice quiet day to myself. Figure my head out. But here's another thing about thinking a lot. For those of us who like to think, doing is a thing. Doing is a thing, and things need doing. If you get too caught up in your own head about the machinations of the world and how things flow, and sometimes it's just good to get out there. My ex was a boxer, highly educated lady, and I love the idea that she got out there and got hit in the face and hit someone. Right? Um, it's a good thing. She inspired me to take MMA, and I was good at it for a little while, and then I had an issue. Then I gave it up, but I was a runner all before that, and I'm thinking about trying to take up MMA again. Uh, that's not gonna happen though. It's a pandemic, and all that was before pandemic. Um, I wonder if she still boxes. She stopped during the pandemic because sweating and hitting, being breathing in a sweaty gym and gym lockers and all that. I was like, yeah, give it a little rest. So a lot of these things died out. So a lot of people who are doing them make money at it. So the MMA world is still booking hotels and giving lucrative contacts and making a ton of cash on it, right? Uh, but the small gyms are almost empty. I mean, I have to start running again. But somewhere along the way, like long before this, like 10 years ago, I was a member of a gym, and then I was just like New York Sports Club. And I was like, man, screw this. I can save money by running on the street. We used to run on push ups, right? City kid. And then I just started running. Uh, and that was it for me. So yeah, I need to start running again. I need to join one of those running kind of like not a groups, but like one sign not join, but sign up for like a run around, get a little fit, get a little air in your lungs, go out in the world and meet some people. Uh, but yeah, man, it is what it is. What it is, what it is, isn't it? And that's what it is. Oh, good lord, I've been doing a lot of phone dropping. So yeah, nobody knows who did this thing. He could have had. I mean, watch, give it away. Give it a week, and more will come out on it. Two men acquitted in plot to kidnap Michigan governor. Hung jury on two more. Acquitted. Let's dive on in. NPR. Two men are acquitted in a plot to kidnap Michigan Governor Whitmer. Hung jury on two more. So hung jury means go back and deliberate on those, or set a trial date for the next jury if you're going to retry him. But the other two got acquitted. They're good to flow. They can go write books and tell their stories. I was going to cut her head off. Can't do anything to them. It reminds me of that guy who killed that woman, tortured and killed her. I think he was a school teacher, some shit. And the cops knew he did it, and they thought he did it in the house, and they searched the house, and he stayed there. And they searched the house like 6 times, and they couldn't find any, not 6 times, like 3 times. Couldn't find anything, and he lived there, I want to say, for like 10 years, and then he sold the house. And then they always knew, but they couldn't pin it on him, and they never found the woman or something like this. Sells the house. I want to say like, oh, I wish I could remember. Maybe we can find it in the search. Sells the house. The next owner, like years later, has some renovations done. No, they put him on trial. They find him not guilty. Right? They know he killed this woman. Put him on trial. Finds him not guilty. Lives in a house in the neighborhood. Everybody's like, "Oh, you shaky piece of shit." He sells the house. He moves away. A few years later, the new people who own the house are doing renovation. They find a uh, you know those little vents with the little ornate like metal grills you seen all these holes out there, and they're right up against the base plate. They find one of those, it's like a vent, with a box of like tapes and shit of him torturing and killing this woman in a shoebox. And the cops missed it. All these searches. But they couldn't try him again. Let's see if we can recall this. Man, I do not like the fact that I cannot. I do not like the fact, Green, dear Sam. Um, Police find video evidence of torture murder in sold house of suspect. Let's go. It's not a suspect. They charge him. A torture killing suspect distinctive accent on a video he lost. Not John Wayne Gacy. Not John Benet Ramsey, which is weird too. Um, torture connect Kiev. All right. Police found video of wife's murder after husband's acquittal. Let's try that one. Must see wrong conviction. Da, 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 da. No, this is not the Innocence Project. 2019. This was in 20, not 20. This was in like 1980, by the way. Let's write 1980. 19. Let's go 1990. Film crew recreates murder case against Lodi resident. Ex-wife found out husband has secret life. Molly Watts from James Addy. What is this? This is recent. All right. Wife murdered 2 days before wedding reveals groom's secret. Ex-wife found out husband had a secret life. Yeah. What is wrong with people? You're not gonna get away with this shit. This is not the 1920s where you could drive far from your mom to have a whole new wife and a whole new everything different. Uh, police find video evidence in crawl space. How about that? These are all recent. Please find video evidence in crawl space. We're gonna try one more time because I feel like if I can, huh, these are all night. Yeah. All right. Well, I guess that's it. We're not gonna find it. But it's 1980. Woman beats husband to death, dismembers him, and scatters body parts. All right. All I have to say to that is just calm down. You're doing too much. You're doing too much. You know, bonking him on the head, pushing him down the stairs. I mean, you could say he fell. You could say she pushed him. But when the dude ends up beaten to death in a whole bunch of little pieces, it's kind of hard to sort of. Husband acquitted after begging for wife's safe return on TV. 2019. They actually did there was a movie about it on TV. If I'm ugh. The sad thing is the person likely to do you in person you marry. It's not gonna be some friggin' stranger, right? They're always gonna say, "Oh, I was minding my business, and the whole bunch of black dudes came out and they shot my wife, and then they took my wallet, and woe is me, I miss her so much." And everybody's gonna be like, "They shot your wife in the head at close range, and they only took your wallet. Oh, normally they have like a cut, and they only winged you in the thigh." Yeah. Duct tape kidnapping victim rescued in New Jersey. Three suspects charged a day ago. What is wrong with people? Woman who wrote How to Murder Your Husband essay versus a murder trial. All right, I don't even know what to tell you. I can't find this. I guess I'm gonna try and fix it. I gotta call my carrier. It's been a while since I played a video game, but since this is my normal video game play mode, like this, oop, right? I'm generally about right here. Uh, we got to do something about this video issue. It doesn't. It's not conducive to me being conducive to video gaming. And I can actually put this here, which is sort of a little center. All right, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for me. It's 12:30. We did not. I mean, I got to figure this out. I guess I'll figure it out. You know what? I will do what everyone does. I will Google search it, and that will fix it. Uh, I got to get some food in me. This is a problem. I'm eating too late, and this is why I'm rounder than necessary. But that's all right. Take care of each other. Take care of your peoples. Uh, we got to raise decent folk, right? Or when we get old, only people who will be here will be mean people. And mean people do not care if you're a lady or an elderly person or anything, right? We have to combat that with the people we raise. Um, Love is a thing. Get some, give some, and we'll see you in the next one. Be strong, stay strong. We'll be back tomorrow, 10 a.m. for the Sunday session. You show up, your soul is cleansed for 2 weeks. Uh, we'll see you in the next one. Next one's tomorrow. Peace out.